The year was 2019. I was living in a new town, feeling full of new opportunities, and my interest in tech was still consistent. It was September, and Apple was doing something very special for this year's iPhone event. Live keynote invites at Apple Park in California were still held exclusive to select media, tech bloggers, and reviewers. However, this year Apple was also inviting the public to take part in the live stream experience at select retail stores. Through reservations on Apple's website in the Today at Apple section, you could reserve your spot at the event. And, well, I went. The stores hosting this live stream experience were the stores that were already equipped with the big wall to wall screens that they used for different learnings and workshops that Apple still holds in its stores today. This space provided the setting needed for our live stream experience. And with that feature being essential to this, my closest Apple store didn't feature that wall to wall display. So I drove to the next city over and went to their Apple store instead. And I was glad to do so. I made the day out of it. It was sunny, warm. I dressed up. I wore something that was definitely elevated to what I normally would. And I got lunch at Whole Foods. I was making the most out of my tech dream fantasy that I was in that day. I was about to see the new iPhones unveiled, which in itself is one of the biggest excitements of the year, this year being the iPhone 11 series, and I'd be doing so around other people in an Apple store and not on my phone in my bedroom. So at the event at the Apple store, I arrived early, I checked in, and I saw a great selection of seats, some attendees already in their spots, and some walking up as I sat down. The Apple Store employees were hyped. I shared in stories and the excitement with all of those around me, and we were all there for the same thing, and it was wonderful. The event started. The keynote went as expected, though we all clapped along with the audience. It sounds so cringy, but it came naturally. The whole store was joining in so excitedly. The Apple employees all clapped and cheered too. I was in awe, fully immersed in what felt like a real keynote experience. It's a special thing to have real life reactions from others and share in common interests. Similar to how a concert feels for your favorite band, we were there to hype each other up about something we all loved. As the keynote concluded, my shared theory with others brewed that the iPhone employees would bring out the models for us to see, just like they did after the live keynote taking place in California at that very moment, but they did not. You best believe, though, my eyes were locked as soon as that event was over, waiting for someone to come out of the back room holding that glorious new three camera setup in that midnight green. I really thought we were going to be able to see one that day. And that's why Apple was starting to host these in store live stream experiences, that they would start having hands on with the phones before pre orders. But while that didn't come true, just thinking that they might have done that just added to the excitement of the entire day. All in all, I had one of the best days ever that day. It sounds so insignificant, that I was watching a live stream I could have watched at home, but in an Apple store surrounded by employees. But I was with what felt like friends. I was with people who wanted to take it the extra mile, as far as we could, and be in an Apple store during the event and just being in front of that big screen around all the people clapping and having people around you so excited as well was truly magical. And I feel like a lot of people didn't know this happened because, to my knowledge, this was the only year and the only time that this type of in store experience took place. And you best believe if they ever choose to pick back up on this again, I will be there. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little story. It's just something I've wanted to share for a while, and I don't hear people talk about it. I'm not sure if people knew that this ever happened. And if you think it's cool, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Would you go? Do you think this is a cool idea? Somehow, can Apple see this and can we bring this back? Because I want to go, okay? I want to go right now. I'm so ready for the new iPhone event happening just a week from today. And waiting to see the new iPhone 15 series. For more topics like these, like and subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you.